today's your first instructional video. We did an assessment of your swing and your test, so we're going to get into the details now, how we want you to start training so that you can improve your swing. The first thing we noticed in your swing anchor test is that you're somewhere between center anchor and rear anchor. So what we want to do now is a refinement test to find out exactly where your balance point is and how you're going to step into the ball. So the first thing you do is you're going to set up, put your feet together just like you're going to do the center anchor test, but you're going to pull the left foot back until the toes of the left foot are about even with the ball of the right foot. Then I'm going to have you create about a 3-inch gap. From here you're just going to go ahead and play some shots again. Okay, after you've done that test, we're going to adjust it a little bit more. You're going to start with your feet together again. You're going to pull that left foot back until it's in the middle of the right foot. The toes of the left foot are middle of the right foot. Now you're going to create about a 6-inch gap. Go ahead and play some more shots. Again, all you have to do is play partial shots when you do these. If you make too full of a swing, you're going to fall off balance. I suspect that your balance point is going to be one of these two stances or somewhere in between, but I'm going to have you do one more refinement test just to double check. Okay, this last one, you're going to pull the left foot back until the toes of the left foot are about 3/4 of the way back, and you're going to create about a 9-inch gap. Once again, go ahead and play some shots. When you pull your left foot back so the toes are about the ball of your right foot and you create about a 3-inch gap, you're going to be somewhere in a weight distribution that's close to 55-45 or maybe 58-42, somewhere in there. So you do want to make sure that there's a little bit more weight on your right foot on each of these. Now, as you go back further to the foot is in the middle and you create about a 6-inch gap, now you're somewhere in that 60-40 or 65-35 range. When you go back further, you're about 3/4 way back, and a 9-inch gap, you're somewhere around 70-30. So make sure that you get that weight distribution right as you're doing these tests so that we can really dial in and find out exactly where your balance point is. Okay, since I think you're somewhere around that 60-40 range, I'm just going to go ahead and use that for the rest of this video now. So what I want you to do from now on when you go to the driving range, once you know exactly what your setup is, and I'm going to use 60-40 for now, you're going to warm up every day with that stance, just playing some shots. So again, you just get into that stance, you get your 60-40 weight distribution, and you just warm up playing shots, half swings first, working your way up a little bit until you feel comfortable. When you feel like you've warmed up and those shots start to feel comfortable, then you can go ahead and widen your stance. When you widen your stance, that's just simply what I want you to do, widen it. What a lot of people want to do is try to get those toes more square to say this line on the ground. I'm using an alignment stick here so I know where I'm aiming. But what you're going to find out is a rear anchor. And that's affected your alignments on your golf shots. It's actually affected your golf swing as well. So once you know what your stance is, and you're warmed up with that stance, all you need to do is make your left foot go forward and your right foot go back. The toe line is still going to be open to your alignment line, and then you can go ahead and play some fuller shots as you continue to warm up. Now the next thing I want you to do is make sure that you always use that procedure to step into the ball. whether you're on the driving range or you're on the golf course. If you're training on the driving range and you're just pulling balls over, always make sure you start with that stance that we use to identify where your anchor is. From there you widen your stance and then you go ahead and play shots. It becomes really important to do this because the more often you do it, the more your subconscious mind understands that's your balance, that's your swing anchor, and that's the way you need to step into the golf ball. Now when you're out on the golf course, you're going to use this as well. Of course, you're going to start behind the ball and you're going to walk up. Once you've walked up to the ball, what I want you to do is make sure is that you square your shoulders to your target line or your ball line. So when you're training on the range, you can use a stick on the ground, an alignment stick, so you can always be good at this. So when you step in with your stance, you always want to make sure that your chest is square to your target line or your ball line. And so that's the first thing you want to do when you walk up to the golf ball is make sure that your chest is square. So if your chest is square and then you have your feet in the proper stance for you, once again, all you're going to have to do is widen your stance, left then right. Make sure that you have a little bit more weight on your right foot than your left foot to play your shots. Okay, now there's one more checkpoint that we want to make sure you do when you're stepping into the ball, you're addressing the ball, and that's that we have to have the proper amount of secondary tilt in our posture. So once you've taken your stance, left and right, you can always get the feeling of just getting a little secondary tilt, tilting your spine a little bit to the right. You'll notice if you tilt it a little to the right, that's going to put a little more weight on your right foot. That's going to give you that perfect 60-40 weight distribution. Again, if we're assuming you're 60-40 for right now. So again, start with your initial stance, left and right, a little bit of spine tilt, a little more weight on the right foot, you're ready to go. Okay, we just want to do one more checkpoint from the down the line view here so that you can see what your setup looks like again as you step in with your address procedure. So you're going to step in. For now we're assuming it's a 60-40 weight distribution. Up behind the ball, left and right. Notice that again the stance is open at this point. My shoulders are square to the line on the ground, but my stance is open. So when you step in the ball, you always want to get the sense that even though your feet are a little bit open in this stance, that your shoulders are always square. That's going to happen because you have more weight on your right foot than your left foot. The more weight I put on my right foot, the more my shoulders close in the stance. The more weight I put on my left foot, the more they open in the stance. So if you have a little bit more weight on your right foot than your left foot when you start to step in, you're going to need to have your stance to be a little bit open so your chest can be square. Okay? So here we go again. We step in. 60-40, my chest is square, left and right, a little secondary tilt, play the shot. Okay, so I want you to work on getting the procedure of stepping in proper and getting those alignments right for you so that you can start to get your ball starting on the proper line when you make a good side-on swing.